headlines. 4 NSCN cadres killed in late-night firing in Manipur's Kamjong district. Manipur police arrest 2 militants in coordinated crackdown across districts. CJFD questions Manipur CM's assurance on fair census 2027 amid concerns over illegal immigration and displacement. Manipur police seized 207 soap cases of heroin in Churachandpur, 2 arrested. TMC accuses BJP of divisive politics, warns against a Sham-style model and cities and cites Manipur violence. Will remove infiltrators. Amit Shah reiterates central stand in Assam slams Congress over IMDT egg. PM Modi lauds Naga Morung's blend of tribal lore and modern science in Man Ki Baat. Houthis join war against Israel and USA. Nepal's former PM Oli arrested. And Trump calls NATO pepper tiger, questions allies. Hello and welcome to ELITETV English News. You're watching 6 p.m. Prime Time Bulletin, and this is Aleza giving you the news in detail. 4 cadres of the eastern flank of the National Socialist Council of Nagaland were shot dead on the night of March 28 at Hongbei Village Junction, and the NSCN GPRN is now directly accusing its own top leadership of ordering the killings. The dead, all posthumously promoted in rank, were identified as Major Sochipem Phungsok, Sergeant Major Jaire Vasha, Sergeant Vanle Alapia, and Sergeant Thansomi Washi. 2 other cadres escaped. The shootings took place between 8:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. A condolence message signed by Lieutenant General A. Rahman, MMMC, and released on Sunday by the government of the People's Republic of Nagaland says the cadres were returning from a routine duty assignment near the Indo-Myanmar border, where they had been monitoring timber and other business activity at Kasom Kulen. On their way back, they were stopped at Hongbei Village Junction by 2nd Lieutenant Mathotme of Shihai Kuno Village, along with 2nd Lieutenant Starling of Lairam Village and their group. What happened next is at the center of the NSCN GPRN's accusation. According to the statement, someone in the group said, "It's us, let them go," but 2nd Lieutenant Mathotme allegedly overruled that, ordering, "It's them we are ordered to shoot." The group then opened fire indiscriminately, killing 4 cadres on the spot. The organization is emphatic that Mathotme could not have acted alone. The statement says such an order to shoot at our own cadres cannot be from a mere 2nd lieutenant. The order must come from the highest level, collective leadership order, Longvibu. It is a stark and direct accusation against the NSCN GPRN's own top command structure. The statement situates the killings within a broader political conflict that has been building since early 2026. The eastern flank cadres were on duty in accordance with positions laid out by the NSCN GPRN's Ministry of Information in February and a presidential address by the Tangkhul Nagalong TNL dated 23rd February. The group has been publicly aligned with the GHQ Hebron force against what it describes as adversaries, using Kuki militants as a proxy against Naga political interests. The killings of cadres operating under that mandate will now intensify scrutiny on fault lines within the wider Naga political movement. Lieutenant General Raman's statement paid tribute to the four dead soldiers, saying their sacrifice will not be in vain and that it will bring inspiration to many and pave way for a better future of our nation. The group has extended condolences to the bereaved families of the fallen cadres. No response has emerged from the collective leadership or the Long Vivo. Indian security forces and the government of India have not commented on the incident. Manipur police along with security forces arrested 3 militants belonging to different proscribed groups in a series of operations carried out across the state over 2 days, officials said on March 29. An active cadre of the proscribed UPPK group, Karibam Boinau Maite Elias Lamngakpa 32, was apprehended from his residence in Isingthembi Mapalaikai under Sagolmang police station in Imphal East district on March 28. On the same day, Thokchom Khelzit Maite Elias Kenny, 48, a cadre of the RPF PLA, was arrested from Hapta Kangjebung area under Porompat police station in Imphal East district. A mobile phone was seized from his possession. Earlier on March 27, Moirangthem Bijen Singh 55 was arrested from Dibong Awang Leikai in Jiribam district. Security forces recovered 2 hand grenades and 5 rounds of ammunition of different calibers from him. In a separate operation, MD Sena Jauba 30 was arrested from Porompat Ayangpali Road under Porompat police station in Imphal East district. 3 locally made firearms along with 2 magazines were seized from his possession. Additionally, 2 exploded 81mm mortar shells were recovered from Matijang and Foljang villages under Churachandpur police station in Churachandpur district during area searches. Officials said further investigation is underway as part of continued efforts to curb insurgent activity and illegal arms circulation in the state. The Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation CJFD has raised concerns over Manipur Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand's assurance that the upcoming census 2027 will be conducted in a fair and just manner, citing unresolved issues such as illegal immigration and the resettlement of displaced people. Addressing the media, CJFD convener Jitendra Ningomba criticized the government's move to begin preparations for the census while several key demands remain unaddressed. He said many people in the state are seeking identification of illegal immigrants, implementation of the National Register of Citizens (NRC), and proper resettlement of internally displaced persons before the census is conducted. Questioning the Chief Minister's assurance, Ningomba asked how a fair census could take place if displaced people have not yet returned to their homes and free movement along highways has not been fully restored. He also warned that conducting the census without identifying illegal immigrants could lead to inaccurate population data. The CJFD urged the government to update the NRC for Manipur or introduce another mechanism to identify illegal immigrants before proceeding. It said such steps are necessary to safeguard the interests of indigenous communities. Ningomba further argued that relying on Special Intensive Revision SIR records would be inappropriate, as SIR is meant only for updating voter lists and does not include provisions to identify illegal immigrants, especially those below 18 years of age. Describing illegal immigration as a serious concern, he said the government must take responsibility for any consequences if the census is carried out without addressing these issues. The organization also appealed to the public to raise awareness on the census delimitation, NRC, and related concerns, adding that it is ready to send experts to assist in the process. Manipur Police, along with a joint team of security forces and the Narcotics Control Bureau (NCB), carried out a major anti-narcotics operation on March 28, intercepting 2 vehicles at Ngathal ground in Churachandpur and recovering 207 cases of heroin. The team stopped a DI Delta and a Scorpio during the operation and arrested the drivers, Paumuan Lan Tungnung 23 of Valveng village and Lian Minthang Nashtil 26 of Nazaret village in Saikot. The contraband was recovered during a search of the vehicles. Officials said the seizure highlights ongoing efforts by Manipur police to curb drug trafficking in the region, particularly in vulnerable border areas. On the same day, a training session on the investigation of NDPS cases was held at Teknopal District Police Headquarters. The Public Prosecutor, NDPS Additional Public Prosecutor, and Deputy Director of Prosecution briefed investigating officers, emphasizing better coordination between police and prosecution to strengthen case outcomes. Joining Christians worldwide, Palm Sunday was observed across Manipur on Sunday, March 29, with deep religious fervor and devotion, marking the beginning of Holy Week and rekindling hope among thousands of displaced families. The day commemorating the triumphant entry of Jesus Christ into Jerusalem was observed in both the Valley and Hill districts with special prayers, scripture readings, and church services. Churches witnessed large congregations from early morning with sermons focusing on sacrifice, faith, and redemption. In Kangpokpi, the atmosphere turned vibrant as chants of Hosanna echoed through the town. Devotees from various churches including KCC, KBC, KIBC, and CRC took part in colorful processions carrying palm branches, recreating the biblical scene of Christ's entry into Jerusalem. The processions passed along National Highway 2 and other key routes, accompanied by devotional songs and prayers, drawing participation from people across communities. This year's observance carried special emotional significance for many, particularly within the Kukijo community, as ongoing displacement and hardships added a layer of collective prayer for peace, restoration, and return to their homes. Palm Sunday was also observed across several hill districts, including Churchandpur, Ukhrul, Senapati, and Tamenglong, among others, with large and peaceful gatherings reported. The occasion marks the beginning of Holy Week, leading up to Good Friday and Easter Sunday, as Christians reflect on the passion, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, reaffirming their faith and hope. A joint meeting of the Manipur Equestrian Association, Manipur Horse Riding and Polo Association, and Manipuri Pony Society was held today to condole the passing of the founder chairman of the Manipur Equestrian Association, led Dr. Ningthau Khongjam Dibendra Singh. The condolence meeting, chaired by Dr. Thokchom Dibendra Kumar Singh, treasurer of Manipur Equestrian Association, at the residence of the departed Shol Uripok Ningthau Khongjam Leikai. The place where association was formed paid rich tributes to the founder chairman. The meeting recalled the contributions made by Dr. N. Dibendra Singh as a visionary in the field of equestrian events in Manipur and a pioneer in the documentation of ancient scriptures related to Manipuri civilization and ponies. The meeting shared the grief and sorrow of the departed soul with the bereaved family members and paid respect by standing in silence for a moment. On the other hand, the Association of CC School Alumni expresses its profound grief and heartfelt condolences on the sudden demise of their beloved teacher, Tingujam Herachandra Singh, a retired teacher of their alma mater, CC Higher Secondary School, Sanjanthong. His passing has cast a deep shadow of sorrow over the entire alumni community. In a gesture of solidarity and respect, Rajshram Guna Singh, president of the alumni, along with Angomcha Chingkai, General Secretary of ACCSA, visited the bereaved family on behalf of the association and shared in their grief. A 2-minute silence was solemnly observed in honor of the departed soul. The members fondly recalled that during the 1-month observance of the Guru Shishya Parampara, they were blessed with the rare opportunity to seek his blessings by touching his feet while he was still among them, an experience they will cherish forever as a symbol of deep respect and reverence. In his condolence address, Rajshram Guna Singh paid rich tribute to late Oja Tingujam Herachandra Singh, highlighting his unwavering dedication, humility, and lifelong commitment to nurturing and guiding generations of students. He remarked that the loss of such a devoted and inspiring teacher has left an irreplaceable void in the academic and social fabric of the community. Dr. Sarangthem Ibomcha Singh, IPS Commandant of the 6th India Reserve Battalion, also joined the team and offered his heartfelt condolences, sharing in the grief of the bereaved family. Prayers were offered for the eternal peace of the departed soul, and heartfelt sympathies were extended to the bereaved family, with sincere wishes for strength and courage to endure this irreparable loss. Now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Machi oiba chinjak sabana TV dagi ngakthoknaba achoba khulaini. Machi oiba chinjak sabana laingba matamda su yamna laheli loina na haksang thuna phagat hanbada achoba mateng pangi. Maram asina nikse posan yojna gi makhada laingba matamda anabasingda tha khudingi lupa lising amamam phangba ngamgani. Loina na TV na narba singda makhal kaya gi machi oiba chinjak singju lemna phangali. Adom su nikse mitra oibiduna TV narba singda mateng pangbiba yai. Akupa marol gidamak www.nikse.in dagi khangbiba yagani. Thokpiraklo adom su saruk yabiduna Bharat asi TV laina laitaba laiba amma ohelasi.
निक्षय मित्रों से मिली शक्ति टीबी के मरीजों को नई ऊर्जा दे रही है.
मियाम की आईफल की दमक मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर ने पुतोक्चबा.
Welcome back. Now moving on to the news. The Trinamool Congress TMC on March 28 launched a sharp counter-attack on Union Home Minister Amit Shah following his charge sheet against the All India Trinamool Congress government in West Bengal, accusing the BJP of attempting to polarize voters ahead of the assembly elections and deflect attention from its own governance record. At a joint press conference, senior TMC leaders Mahua Moitra, Vratya Basu and Kirti Ajad questioned Shah's criticism of the Mamata Banerjee-led government, particularly on issues of women's safety. Moitra accused Shah of ignoring violence in Manipur, stating that the state has bled continuously for the past 3 years, and challenged the BJP to first address safety concerns in states under its own rule. The TMC leaders also targeted the Center over illegal immigration, arguing that border security falls under the union government jurisdiction. The BJP has been in power at the center for over a decade and governs multiple border states. What has the Home Minister been doing? Basu asked, questioning the center's inability to identify and report illegal immigrants. Basu further alleged that the BJP was using the infiltration issue to create divisions in West Bengal, warning against what he described as attempts to replicate an Assam-style detention camp model in the state. The attempt comes hours after Shah intensified the BJP's campaign for the West Bengal Assembly elections, alleging that the state had become a corridor for infiltration due to appeasement politics, corruption, and violence under TMC rule. Rejecting the allegations, TMC leaders also accused the center of withholding funds meant for West Bengal, with Azad claiming that dues worth ₹1 lakh crore had been blocked, impacting development and welfare projects. The TMC maintained that if infiltration remains a concern, the primary responsibility lies with the union government, which controls border management and national security, and accused the BJP of seeking political mileage from the issue rather than addressing it substantively. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Sunday, March 29, sharpened his attack on the Congress during a public address in Sonitpur, Assam, alleging that the party had historically enabled illegal infiltration into the state through policy decisions and was now opposing corrective measures undertaken by the center. Addressing a gathering, Shah claimed that the Congress government had enacted the Illegal Migrants Determination by Tribunals Act (IMDT) with the intent of encouraging infiltrators into Assam. He reiterated the center's commitment to identifying and removing illegal migrants, stating that the issue remained a priority for the government. Referring to the ongoing Special Intensive Revision (SIR) exercise being carried out across the country, Shah accused the Congress leadership, including Rahul Gandhi, of opposing the process. He alleged that such opposition raised questions about the party's position on illegal infiltration. Targeting Assam Congress leader Gaurav Gogoi, Shah challenged him to clarify his stance before the people of the state. If Gaurav Gogoi comes here, ask him why he is opposing the SIR. He should make it clear whether he stands with infiltrators or against them, Shah said. The Congress has, however, consistently maintained that due process and constitutional safeguards must be upheld in any such exercise. Assam Minister and BJP candidate from the Dhekajuli Assembly constituency, Ashok Singhal, on Sunday, March 29, asserted that the Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) and its alliance are witnessing increasing public support ahead of the assembly elections, expressing confidence in security a decisive mandate. Addressing the media in Sonitpur, Singhal said that a large number of people are coming forward in support of the Bharatiya Janata Party and its allies. He described the upcoming polls as a potential turning point in Assam's political trajectory, claiming that the electorate is poised to deliver a historic verdict. Singhal linked the electoral momentum to concerns over national security and illegal infiltration. He alleged that West Bengal has emerged as a weak link in India's security framework, claiming that infiltration from Bangladesh often occurs through that route. According to him, voters in Assam are increasingly aware of the issue and are prioritizing security and cultural preservation in their electoral choices. The people of Assam have understood the problem of infiltration and will vote for security and the safeguard of all culture, Singhal said, adding that these concerns are shaping voter sentiment in favor of the BJP-led alliance. He also criticized the Indian National Congress, stating that the party has become irrelevant in the state's political landscape. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma on March 29 took a dig at Congress party over the visit of its national president Mallikarjun Kharge to the state for election campaigning, questioning both the choice of leadership and past positions attributed to him. Addressing the media, Sharma said the Congress, by projecting Kharge as a key campaign face in Assam, had made a strategic error. By bringing Kharge, Congress has struck an axe on its own foot, the Chief Minister remarked. He further alleged that Kharge had previously opposed the conferment of the Bharat Ratna on Assam's cultural icon Bhupen Hazarika. Sharma also stated that Kharge had opposed the establishment of the proposed semiconductor project in Assam, an initiative the state government has highlighted as a major step towards industrial and technological advancement. Raising concerns over the Congress party's campaign strategy, the Chief Minister asked, "Is this the kind of person you make a star campaigner in Assam?" Prime Minister Narendra Modi on March 29 highlighted the Danga community's effort to preserve tradition while embracing modern education, pointing to their evolving learning systems as an example of cultural continuity and progress. Speaking during the 132nd episode of Man Ki Baat, Modi said the community deeply respects their tribal traditions and remains proud of this while maintaining a modern outlook. He drew attention to the traditional Morung system, where elders pass on knowledge and life skills through life experience. He noted that the system has adapted over time into a more structured concept of education. Through this system, interest in children in subjects like mathematics and science is instilled, he said. The Prime Minister underlined the role of storytelling, folk songs, and traditional games in imparting life skills, adding that such methods help balance heritage with formal education. In this way, our Nagaland is advancing children's education while preserving its cultural heritage, he said, urging citizens to share similar initiatives from their regions. Beyond education, Modi used the broadcast to push for healthier lifestyles. With fewer than 100 days remaining for International Yoga Day, he said interest in yoga continues to grow globally. He cited efforts by yoga practitioners abroad, including initiatives in Africa, as evidence of its expanding reach. He also called on citizens to cut down on sugar and cooking oil consumption. Referring to a social media interaction, he said he was happy that my request has had a positive impact and urged people to adopt small dietary changes. These small efforts will keep you away from obesity and lifestyle diseases, he added. Man Ki Baat is a monthly radio program in which the Prime Minister addresses a wide range of social, cultural, and public health issues. A newly identified butterfly species discovered in Arunachal Pradesh has been named after Assamese music icon Jubin Garg, underscoring both the region's rich biodiversity and the cultural legacy of the celebrated artist. The species, scientifically classified as Euthalia Jubin Gargi, was recorded in the Bazar region of Leparada district, officials said. The discovery was made by butterfly enthusiast and policeman Roshan Upadhyaya along with researcher Kailash Sadasivan during field studies in the forested landscapes of Basar. Researchers later confirmed the species as previously undocumented and proposed the common name Basar Duke, linking it to its place of discovery. The finding is being seen as both a scientific milestone and a tribute to Garg's cultural influence across Northeast India. Officials noted that the butterfly appears to be extremely rare. Despite extensive surveys, only 2 individuals have been recorded so far, raising questions about whether the species is inherently scarce or simply difficult to detect in dense forest habitats. The butterfly inhabits semi-evergreen forests at elevations of 600 to 700 meters, typically in shaded understories. It has been observed moving slowly through foliage, feeding mainly on tree sap and drawing minerals from moist surfaces. Morphologically, the species is distinguished by olive brown wings with white markings and a faint iridescent seen. Detailed examination of wing patterns and unit anatomical features of male specimens confirm it as a distinct species within the Euthalia genus. Jubin Garg, after whom the butterfly is named, was one of the Northeast India's most influential musical figures. He passed away in Singapore on September 19 last year. Researchers said naming the species after the late singer was a tribute to his immense contribution to music and culture in Assam and the wider Northeast. Interestingly, this discovery comes shortly after a newly identified plant species was also named in Garg's honor, reflecting a growing trend of recognizing regional icons in scientific nomenclature. Scientists believe such gestures not only celebrate cultural figures but also help draw attention to the extraordinary biodiversity of the eastern Himalayan region and the urgent need for its conservation. Now let's take a short break again. Stay tuned for more updates.
mayam dang si wahang amtang hangjage madudi maitei ekhoigi yamna strong culture amadi identity lejaba maitei egoisi asi globalization gi adugum naba ichel da khoi chatkisira natragana ekhoigi identity kanbada hena khumang choksinba somdo wakhalon thadasira haibisi mayam si wahang chei hangjin maram masina miyamna ngasi kanglipa kanbulukna Nipan Subo Foundation Day Iroina Sinjariba first state level open debate competition asida sukso shoidana saruk yabiona haijani amadi hariba topic asi metei nupina mitokta mayum panmana metei da mangjaba leite haiba topic asida sinjabani aduna hariba topic asida mayam khananai nabada saruk yabiu hana samjani
hariba topic asida first state level open debate competition ama pangthok jagadari competition asida makok mathang tarabasing amadi 10 consolation prize su case prize paina thamjari screen da thokhanjaramge participate tawbining basingna mayflows.in natraga makhada piriba link asida registration tawbirakpagi khudong chabasu pizari 5th April 2026 Sunday nongmaijing numit asida pangthok jagani mafamna Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy Impal
Imado, ibo ki manakta thinkhibadagi isau langduna ta lei
ngo mahal tu TV narabani
TV di yumda lerega layeng asu kari gi mapamda thido
nama adu mafam sida leirabadi mayamna kari haina ngangna
mina ngangna badu nate
mashi Arjun Hogulakpada surprise pirasi
Arjun Mama gi thoiba
yamna miss tawribani nangbu aduga aishu TV remote ki maramda amata khangra
Amato in the Pazin Baduni, TV Nakiriba, Adugakari, Kenaba Tongiba, TV Lang Bada, Equinamaku Mating Pang Picadabani.
Laibak Miambu, Kurumjari, Lak Liba, April Gitang, Mangada, Nipalak Suba, KKL Foundation Mari Lenana, Mayam Gidamak, Poirak Liba, Lamasigi Pibam Asida, Debate Amatamjari. Topic na, Ekoigi, Ningol, Maite Ningol Singna, Mitop Tamayum Pan Bada, Ekoigi Purupta, Mangjabalate. Masida Leiba Laitaba Punamak debate Asida Nainaminasi, Soydana Saruk Yabu, high river debate Asi, openly, Tavaka Wasing Yaway, Masida interest labor Itlina, Kudimak Yaway, Sahigi, Factor Kaidopolajade. Soydana Saruk Yabu, Amadi Lamda Masida or River Pibam, Amadi, Igipal Nak, Sanjal Liba, Tabak Torum Singasida, my partner Sanjin Minas Haiba, YJ Tamjaraga, Lak Liba, April Gitang Manga. Mayam Kobiraganu, April Gitang Manga. Mapamna Jain Dance Academy. High-riba competition asigidamak registration form hungbigadawa website www.mayfloss.in. Aduga hena maru oiribadi last date of registration si April gitang anida oigani. Kaubiraganu mayam mating pangbiyu amadi competition asibu mai pakhanbiyu. Aduga loina na high riba Thoramasibu Pangto Pada, Achomating, Pangbirliba, sponsorship, Pibirliba Simusu, Sinja Langderiba Singimu Sinjaraga, Tagazawa Kunducen.
Welcome back. Now moving on to the news. Nepal's former Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli was arrested on Saturday, a day after the newly formed government of Balendra Saha implemented the Prop Commission report on the Gen Z protests that rocked the nation last year. Oli, also CPNUML chair, was arrested at the Gundu area of Bhaktapur district, 12 km east of Kathmandu, early Saturday morning, according to the police. Former Home Minister and Nepali Congress leader Ramesh Lekhak also been arrested from his residence at Katunje of Surya Binayak municipality in Bhaktapur district, police added. Both Oli and Lekhak have been arrested on charges of their involvement in suppressing the Gen Z movement of September 8 and 9 last year, in which 76 people, including around 24 youths, were killed. The Prop Commission, formed to investigate the incident surrounding the Gen Z movement, has recommended legal action against Oli and Lekhak, among others, under criminal offense. Nepal's newly formed government, led by Balendra Shah, in its first cabinet meeting on Friday, decided to immediately implement the recommendations made by the Prop Commission. Nobody is above the law, wrote Home Minister Sudan Gurung in a social media post after the arrest. We have taken under control former Prime Minister KP Oli and former Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak. This is not a revenge against anybody, just the beginning of justice, he said. Iranian-backed Houthi rebels entered a month-old war in the Middle East on Saturday by claiming a missile launch that Israel said it intercepted. Pakistan said regional powers plan to meet Sunday on how to end the war, while Iran expressed skepticism about the diplomatic efforts. The war has threatened global supplies of oil, natural gas and fertilizer and disrupted air travel. Iran's grip on the strategic Strait of Hormuz has shaken markets and prices. The United States and Israel continue to strike Iran, whose retaliatory attacks have targeted Israel and neighboring Gulf Arab states. The Houthis' entry could further hurt global shipping if they again target vessels in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait of the Red Sea. There could be limited relief in sight after Iran on Friday agreed to allow humanitarian aid and agricultural shipments through the Strait of Hormuz, following a request from the United Nations. Israeli airstrikes continued Saturday. Associated Press footage showed smoke rising from northeastern Tehran. Iran fired missiles toward Israel. An Israeli rescue service, Magen David Adom, said 11 people were lightly wounded in a town near Jerusalem. Houthi involvement could further complicate the war. Houthi Jan Yahya Sari said on the rebels Al Masira satellite television station that they launched a barrage of ballistic missiles toward what he described as sensitive Israeli military sites in southern Israel. Sirens went off around Beersheba and near Israel's main nuclear research center as Iran. The Lebanon-based Hezbollah militants also fired on Israel overnight. If the Houthis increase attacks on commercial shipping, as they have in the past, it would further push up oil prices and destabilize all of maritime security, said Ahmed Nagy, a senior Yemen analyst at the International Crisis Group. The impact would not be limited to the energy market. US President Donald Trump sharply criticized NATO, calling it a paper tiger and questioning whether Washington should continue defending allies that he said failed to support the United States in times of need. Speaking at the Future Investment Initiative Priorities Summit in Miami, Trump said the alliance had not backed the US when it mattered. NATO is a paper tiger, he said, adding, "They did not come to our aid." In unusually blunt remarks, Trump suggested a reassessment of U.S. commitments to the alliance. "Why would we be there for them if they are not there for us?" he said, describing NATO's response as a tremendous mistake. Trump recounted conversations with key European leaders, including French President Emmanuel Macron, saying offers of support came only after military action, and concluded, "As soon as the war is over, we will send ships." He quoted Macron as saying, adding, "I don't want them when the war is over." He also criticized the United Kingdom's response, saying aircraft carriers would be made available only weeks later. "When the war is finished, we will be there," Trump said, mocking the delayed support. The president extended his criticism to Germany, referring to its leadership's remarks that the conflict was not their concern. "This is not our war, we have nothing to do," he said, attributing the comment to Germany's chancellor. Trump said the lack of support reinforced his long-standing view of NATO. "I have always said NATO is a paper tiger. We have NATO, but they will never help us," he said. "It's going to make a lot of money for the United States because we spend hundreds of billions of dollars a year on NATO," Trump said, indicating that future U.S. commitments could be reconsidered. However, Trump praised several Middle Eastern countries for their support, saying that they had stood by the U.S. more firmly than NATO members. "They were standing up more so than NATO," he said. For ELITETV News channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. And before we wind up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. 4 NSCN cadres killed in late night firing in Manipur's Kamjong district. Manipur police arrest 2 militants in coordinated crackdown across districts. CJFD questions Manipur CM's assurance on fair census 2027 amid concerns over illegal immigration and displacement. Manipur police seized 207 soap cases of heroin in Churachandpur, 2 arrested. TMC accuses BJP of divisive politics, warns against a Assam-style model and cites Manipur violence. Will remove infiltrators. Amit Shah reiterates centre's stand in Assam, slams Congress over IMDT egg. PM Modi lauds Naga Morung's blend of tribal lore and modern science in Man Ki Baat. Houthis join war against Israel and USA. Nepal's former PM Oli arrested. And Trump calls NATO pepper tiger, worsens allies. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching.